Good evening, everyone. Well, unlike Nathaniel, it took me only 13 years to get here. And a good 13 years it was, filled with people who cared for me, loved me, and encouraged me to be my very best. But they wouldn't have been able to do that were it not for God. Without Him, I wouldn't be alive, and I wouldn't be able to stand here before you tonight. He's been all that I need and more. A healer, a friend, a listener, a comforter, and a savior. And He deserves all the honor and glory for bringing me to this milestone in life. My school career started off with Mrs. Weber in K-5, where we learned to color in the lines and say our alphabet and numbers. But our growth didn't stop there. Mrs. Veros taught 1st through 3rd grade, where we learned good manners and reading sentences. Then we learned multiplication and division and casting out by nines in Mrs. Zubak's class. And we grew even more academically and socially with Mrs. Pitcher, even though she pawned us off on Mrs. Zubak because she had to have a baby or two. Then we moved forward to high school, which was both complex and interesting. If I were to compare it to a roller coaster, it would be an old wooden one that knocks your head around and makes you feel as if you'll slip out at any moment. But in the end, after you get off, you can look back and realize what a life changer it was, and how vital the people that were with you the whole ride are. There are many teachers to whom I am very grateful. Mrs. Carlin, you made learning and studying for math so much fun through trash ball. Brother Carlin, thank you for making science a blast, sometimes literally. Brother Jones, thank you for encouraging me to play volleyball with a group of convicts. And also for the fun debates. Brother Matt, you taught a variety of subjects, and I appreciate the time and effort you put in to help us learn. Brother Ray, your class was frustrating, but I appreciate your enthusiasm and joy. It made business math a tad more bearable. Brother Peter, thank you for the years of hard work you've put into playing and the passion you have for music. Mrs. Hawkins, you instilled a love for music through the way you taught and the way you played your multitude of instruments. Thank you for introducing me to the saxophone and supporting me as I played. Many secretaries and principals took part in my life. I'd like to thank Mrs. Walker, who is also my family chauffeur to school. Brother Ryan, who is always ready with something funny or sarcastic to say, just to lighten the mood. Thank you for your sincerity and support. Pastor, you've done so much by just staying faithful and leading by example. Thank you for all you've done. Mrs. Workman, you showed the love of Christ every day, especially when it came to your patience with us. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize my PE teachers throughout the years. Brother Arndt was my teacher for the majority of elementary school, and the best memories I have are when we played kickball. We also had Brother Deal when the whole school did PE together. We would line up on the fence that used to be over there, and he would pop dodgeballs at us. Great fun. Later, when we reached high school, we no longer did fun stuff like Brother Deal dodgeball. We actually exercised and were educated. Take Brother Guppy, for example. He would have us run and run. Then out of the blue, he said we had to do a report on the muscles in our body. Then we had to run some more. I'm still out of breath from all the running he made us do. And lastly, Brother Pitcher had us do HASPIT with Coach Kozak and his wife Claudia upstairs in the lunchroom via the TV screens. And he too made us run. Even so, thank you all for caring enough to make us do PE and do it correctly. I'd also like to thank my volleyball coaches, Mrs. Pitcher, who made us run a lot. Miss Allie, who let